people. So I was once really depressed that I lost about 5 kilograms in a week time. But at the same time, a lot of incredibly, like really nice people came and helped me unconditionally that I just can't thank them more. So it's a very mixed feeling. I feel like it's like my another home country where I have lots of smiles and like I get angry, I get happy and angry at the same time.
Now, we've put together a video with all the photos that were taken in different countries that you traveled to. So let's take a look at the video and talk over.
That's Palestine in Hebron, which is a very troubled city with the Israeli settlers and the Palestine local people. That's in Dubai, and that boy says he wants to be CEO because his father is a general manager, that he wants to be above his father's level. It's really cute. That's also in Palestine refugee camp. So I had a dream workshop with the students there. And that's in Iran with the local woman. That's in Iran as well with the local children. They are so cute. This is in Italy called the Sassi di Matera.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And that's a gentleman I met there. He said his dream is to love. This was in a medical camp that I volunteered, that we gave lots of vaccines and had health checkup for poor people in India. That's my friends in Mumbai, so I had my 31st birthday there. That was in Goa with my best friend, having fun in the sky. And that was in fashion show with a model there and some other models and the stylist in fashion show. This was in wedding. My friends got married in Himachal, north of India. I was a really cute girl, and that's when I got my yoga teacher license in India, Goa. That's also my friends in yoga certification course. It's in Kerala, India. That's when I climbed Mountain Everest on the way to Everest Base Camp, almost base camp. That was really freezing there.
What's the air like?
Very thin. I think this oxygen is about 50%. That's in Greece. I was learning how to sail there. In Japan, I learned the art of tea drinking. That was in construction site in Turkey. I worked with all the workers over 5 days. That was in with the Tibetan singers.
Wow.
That's in London, in Pride Parade back in a few years ago. That was in Sapa, Vietnam. I was working the mountain tribes costume. That was in Brazil with some people there. And Pantana, the biggest wetland in the world. That's in Thailand, in Koh Phangan, where I was fasting and detoxing over 10 days.
And when you look at these photos from your past, where do you wish that you could be now, if you could turn the time?
Well, I just loved every single place and every single moment. So it's really difficult to pick one place and that I want to go back, because I really treasure every moment that I'm living, where I am, and the people around me. So it's a difficult question.
While you traveled around, you were able to talk to a lot of people about what their dreams were for your project. What were some of the craziest dreams that you heard from those people, and what were some of the small yet emotional dreams that you heard from people?
There was one man that I met in Uzbekistan who was working on paving highway in the middle of desert. And we couldn't really communicate because of the language barrier. So I just showed him a script written in Uzbek, so asking what his dream is. He said something that I didn't understand, but I filmed it and showed it to somebody. And he said that I want to fall in love with someone like you. And obviously I had no idea what he was saying at that point. So it was too late when I understood that.
You sure?
And another emotional one was that there was a really old lady I met in Palestine refugee camp. She's about 74 years. And she's been in refugee camp since she was 17. And her dream is to go back to her hometown and see her olive tree and die there. That was really sad. And she was really in really serious condition. Yeah. So I really hope her dream comes true, but it seems pretty difficult.
Okay. Now let's take a pause here and take a look at this question that was sent in by one of your acquaintances. Let's have a listen. Sunmina is a best-selling author and a former announcer of Korean Broadcasting System. She was the announcer of a popular student quiz show called Golden Bell that Kim Suyoung won. And from then on, Kim and Sun have been maintaining a very close friendship. And today, Sunmina has sent a question to her close friend through Heart to Heart.
I still remember how clever she was, how funny she was, and how confident she was. And Suyoung is always Suyoung. Like she's like really difficult to compare with anybody else. I think it's very unique. Suyoung is like a fountain of passion. You know, like she's always thinking of what she can do and what she will do, and what she can change in herself and others. So when you are actually with her, no matter what time and where and with whom, you get inspired. Hi Suyoung, it's good to see you there on the studio. Actually with Sojung, because she's also a good friend of mine. Well, I have a question for you. I've known you for a long time. I've seen you do a lot of things and change and whatever, travel. And well, there is something that I really don't understand, because you're always doing so many things, and but then you never fail to accomplish whatever you plan to do. And you're always energetic, you're doing like millions of things but without any failure. So I was wondering, like when we all have only 24 hours a day, you seem like a person who have like, I don't know, 240 hours a day. And how do you use that time? Is there any secret? Is there any your know-how, like special know-how, how to schedule your day or use the time efficiently? I want to know that.
I'm sure you get that question a lot. How do you manage your time?
Actually, I don't manage my time. I just live my dream by dream rather than day by day. So when I wake up, I think about what I want to do or what I can do about my dream, rather than things I have to do, such as all the houseworks or all the boring or things that I have to do. I mean, those things should be done at the end of the day, but I rather focus on what I really want to do first. So whatever comes to my mind, I really just do it without really thinking twice. So I think one of the things that I may do a little bit differently is that if I have negative thoughts or if I feel depressed, I just go to bed early and I sleep early, because I think it's similar to most people, but I tend to have those depressing thoughts at night rather than in the morning. So when I just wake up, I have like full of positive energy. So I think that may be my secret. But other than that, I think it's just a priority that I just do things that I want to do things first.
What about friends? Like, who do you turn to when you you can't come to a decision? Who do you turn to? Or do you usually have a tendency to solve just within yourself?
I usually ask myself. I don't really think twice, because I don't really analyze things, because I think if you start analyzing, you can find 99 ways of reasons that you don't need to do this. But I tend to focus on one reason that I should do this. So I just go for it.
Okay. Because you've done a lot of things, if you could share a few words for those who are still searching for that precious things in their lives, what can you say to them?
I think a lot of people forget that everyone dies at some point. And if you realize that your life is there is a limit in your life, then you can you can appreciate your life, your time more, and then focus on what you really want to do rather than what others expect you to do or you think you have to do.
That's a rather big question to ask oneself, but it's a question that we need to, at least one point in our life,
Absolutely.
to ask ourselves. Now, this will be my last question. Besides from all the things that you want to accomplish, what are some of the specific goals or dreams or wishes that you want to make sure you see happen in 2013?
In 2013, I want to really start investing in people's dreams. And really, because I've been asking people's dream, but I really now want to see the dreams coming like true rather than just asking. I mean, obviously, asking someone's dream itself does a lot to somebody.
Right.
But now I think I will be more happier if I can help more people to realize their dreams, either that I help them directly or connecting them all together.
Okay. In the beginning of our show, in the introduction, I said, you know, if you have any dreams and haven't done anything about it, our guest might be able to help out with making the very first step towards making their dreams come true. What would be the very first step to make our dreams come true? Just write down your dreams?
Number one thing is to ask yourself what you really want to do. Number two, I think writing down every single thing you want to do, and then know what the most important thing, what's the first thing you want to do, the first dream that you want to do. And then take an action. I think that's the most important thing, because if you think, for example, if you think you will climb Mount Everest one day, you never know when it's going to be that. But just buy plane ticket or sign up with the fitness center. Just do something. Just take one small action, and that will lead to the bigger result.
Okay, that solves a lot of questions in my life. Thank you very much for joining us. And I don't think 15 minutes was long enough for us to talk about everything. And be sure to join us again when you travel around the world, when you sail around the world next year.
Thank you so much for
very
having me
much.
here.
And take good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can rewatch today's interview with Miss Kim Suyoung on our Arirang webpage. Thank you very much for joining us, and be sure to join us again next time. 수고하셨습니다. 사실은